Hey guys, welcome back for more PARANORMASIGHT, the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. So we're gonna continue and let's start Tetsuo Tsutsumi's story. Yes. Tetsuo Tsutsumi. Former Yasuda Gardens. This is where we found, what's her name again? Harue? Yeah, the first time we met her. Hey boss, forensic is all done and the crime scene is clean. The other officers have all gone home. It's just us now. The park should be able to open back up tomorrow like nothing ever happened. I doubt it'll get many visitors after everything that's happened. I'd be surprised. A lot of people love that kind of thing. I bet they'll be lining up to get in. Occult stuff is really popular right now. Did you not know that, boss? Sounds stupid. Well, it's not exactly rooted in science, but if ghosts really did exist, we could just ask them who the perp is. Somehow, I doubt it'd be that simple. But, you know, I've heard that high school girls are really into this spirit board thing these days. Ouija board. Supposedly you can call in spirits and talk to them by using a board with letters on it. Wouldn't that be something? You can try it out yourself if you're so interested. That's not a bad idea. Let's give it a go sometime, boss. What now? Stop messing around. You really think we're gonna solve this case by moving a coin across a scrap of paper? Sounds like you know all about it. We've got to be open-minded. What if that's how police work is gonna be from now on? Don't make me laugh. Listen, Erio. You can't go blaming the death of your buddy on something like the occult. I don't care if it was a ghost or the occult or what. Whoever or whatever it was that did this. I'll get them, I promise you that. Well, we got the right attitude, but we don't even know if this is a murder yet. Biases weaken our judgment. Get too fixated on one thing and you stop seeing everything else. Aye aye, boss. So, now that we're finished investigating the scene, let's review what we know. Now it's getting late. I figured we'd head straight home from here. Come on, we've got to go over all the info we've gathered. And what better place to do that than here, at the scene of the crime, where we can soak up the atmosphere. Soak up the atmosphere? The hell is there to soak up? You must be really into this occult stuff you get off on being in a place like this. Wait, you mean being somewhere like this doesn't get your blood pumping? No way. No, don't turn this around on me. I'm not the weird one here, Cripes. Cripes. Fine, let's get this over with. Aye aye, boss. Gotta check the area's first scene. This is where the victim was found. It's well clean now. It almost feels like nothing happened here at all. But once an incident like this has come to pass, there's no going back. Not that knowing that is any consolation. Surroundings, the former Yasuda Gardens. Okay, before we talk to him, let's check everything first. Pond. This pond. June Erio, a detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. First Investigative Division, Sergeant. First time leading a case. It's like he's graduated from rookie to newbie. Okay. About the case. So early in the morning yesterday, a staff member found the victim collapsed here in the park and called the police when they realized he was dead. While there were no obvious external wounds, the fact that he was a police officer and that the evidence of a struggle means it's likely that this was a murder. The Sumida office sent it over to us since it involved the death of an officer and we were tasked with the investigation. What we need to do is figure out what happened and whether there was foul play involved. I think that about sums things up. But boss, yeah? Is this case really important enough to assign to someone from the investigation division? I'm sorry. I mean, a friend of mine died, so it's important to me, but It's all up to the higher ups. I'm sure they got their reasons. Boss, you know something, don't you? It's all become clear in time. Try not to worry about it too much. Thinking about it, the only thing we know for sure is the identity of the victim. That means there must have been something special about him, right? Maybe he knew something he wasn't supposed to. Some kind of secret or something. Isn't that right? You're pretty sharp sometimes, you know that. If you picked up on that, you should be able to put the rest together yourself. Well, it is our duty to get to the bottom of suspicious death, especially one involving an officer. Okay, about the victim. The victim is Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division of the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau, 27 years old and single. He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles and education. His rank was Senior Police Officer. You knew him well, didn't you? What was he like? Big guy. Yes, we were in the academy together. We still went out for drinks together every month or two. He could be a little rowdy, but he was like a big brother to us all. He was kind and cared about his friends. For better or worse, he wasn't the uptight type of cop. The man always showed up empathy, and I heard he was popular with the locals for it. He treated each and every troubled kid he met with compassion. He had a great track record when it came to rehabilitation. Sounds like we lost a good one. Yes, we did. We truly did. I knew being cop was dangerous. I knew something like this could happen, but it's never easy when it happens for real. I know the feeling. He didn't seem to care much about climbing the ranks, but he was at the top of our class. Only problem was that he took on so much, he had the most unfinished paperwork too. I always felt we'd need an unusual guy like him to help us solve all of our unusual cases. Don't worry, you're plenty unusual yourself. Me? I was the most normal of my classmates. Besides, the real weirdo among us quit the academy a long time ago. There was one even weirder than you. About the victim. Hajime is quite the bad boy in school. Apparently he ended up with the police a lot. He said the officer in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. The reason he wanted to become a cop was to pay his kindness forward. Said it was the first time he ever took his studies seriously. And that's a good story. I love that kind of thing. Makes me want to have a drink in his honor. Please don't make fun of my dead friend. Hey, I said in his honor. You should aspire to become the kind of cop people miss when they die in the field. You say that like it's a sure thing I'll die. Besides, if I end up biting it, I'm sure you'll be the one who misses me most, boss. Come on, don't be like that. You'll hurt morale. Well, I guess how much I'll miss you depends on how this investigation goes. I can already see it. Erio, no. Why do you have to go and get yourself killed? I have no idea what's going on in that head of yours. Yeah, that'll be sad to see. I can't wait. You can't wait for your own death? Get it together, kid. Sheesh, you really are something. Thank you? What about the victim's family? The Yoshimi family is from Kitasenju in Adachi City. But Hajime's parents died a long time ago. He lived there all alone, no siblings or anything. I went to his house a few times for drinks. I was surprised it's this huge, old-looking place. Like, you know, the kind of place that seems super haunted. And he lived there alone? It looked like the home of an old noble family. It was hard to imagine him being such a delinquent, living in a house like that. There's that bias I was talking about. If he's from an old family, I'm sure things were complicated. And that's a bias too. He never talked about any of that, even when we were drunk, so I don't know much about it. Now one more thing. Yeah? Hajime was engaged. He'd been seeing his fiancée ever since they were in school. Over 10 years, they just started talking about getting married. I wonder who the fiancée is. Have we maybe met her already? Maybe. What was her name again? He showed me a picture once. She was a beautiful woman. Ooh. That's so. How terrible for her. But she may know if there'd been anything going on with him lately. We should speak to her. Yeah, his fiance may have been his only confidant. I'm sure someone at Sumida Police Department has already contacted her. I'll look into it tomorrow. Okay. More? I look into the case that Hajime was running. Oh great, that's the kind of stuff I want to know. What was Hajime working on the day he died? Well, according to his report from the day before, he had 2 cases involving juveniles. The first was the suicide of a high school girl who jumped off a building in Kamezawa last week. Ah yeah, I did hear about that. Is this Michio? Yeah, Mio Shiraishi. She was a second-year student at Komagata High School. But it seems as though Hajime had contact with her even before this incident. So she'd been troubled for some time? That's the thing. About a month ago, he happened to see her walking around town. She looked upset, so he struck up a conversation with her. He was sure that there was something bothering her, but she wouldn't tell him what. Must have been trouble at home. And that's what he thought too. It seems he visited her home and spoke to her parents, but they said there was no problem, so there was nothing else he could do. And now she's dead. Then it's possible he could have prevented her suicide then? He must have been devastated. And that's why he was looking into this Michio Shiraishi again. He must have thought that something terrible had happened that drove her to end her life. But ultimately, he never reported the findings of his investigation. I see, and you're thinking that it may have had something to do with his death? We'll have to find out what it is Hajime discovered. Okay, we'll check that out too tomorrow. And what was the other case he was working? And this one is also related to Komagata High student. A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seemed to be a leader of a group of kids who get up to no good. Juvenile delinquency. Fun. She was pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault and battery, you name it. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months and she was finally starting to open up. Then he met with a girl the day he died. Well, every school's got its problems. But I'm sure he'd be worried how she'd get on without him. Right, just when she'd finally found an adult she could trust, she might act without someone to help her get through this. Well, we'll make sure that Sumida Community Safety Bureau does their job. But we can rule out the possibility that the meeting with this delinquent girl had something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her too. You're right. She may have been the last person to see him alive after all. I'll ask Sumida to introduce us tomorrow. Though who knows if they'll actually let us talk with her. That's what he hired you for. Lay a little boy's charm on them and if they need convincing. Ah yeah, I'm sure they prefer me over a scary looking old man like you, boss. Watch it. I'm still your superior. You ought to act like you respect me at least. Oh, I thought I was. You were? Shit, is that just how your generation speaks? You really are a new breed. It's probably just me actually. Well, don't you think you can get away with that with other people? So anyway, boss, are you even listening? We got quite a bit of to look into tomorrow. First, the 2 Komagata High School cases that Hajime was handling. And we need to speak with his fiancé as well. I believe that's it for tomorrow. Think. As for the cause of death, we won't know until the autopsy is done. From what we've seen, though it appeared to be some kind of acute heart failure, but since he had no record of chronic illness and had no visible wounds, it's possible that poison or drugs could have been involved. Dying in the middle of a park like that, it certainly seems suspicious. Found signs of a struggle at the scene as well as footprints belonging to an unidentified individual. We've got people trying to identify those prints. If we can find who they belong to, we might be able to figure this whole thing out. Yes, wouldn't that be nice if that were the end of it? The only thing Hajime had on him were his badge and his wallet in his pockets. So we can rule out a mugging. Though there probably aren't many people who would think try mugging a cop as big as him. But I've also heard that Hajime got into a fair few fights in his younger days. He started judo once he became an officer and rose up the ranks quickly. Sounds like the perp would have to have been pretty strong to take on Hajime. Time of death was around 11 p.m. 2 days ago, outside of the park's operating hours, of course. His body was found near or early in the morning yesterday. 11 p.m. the day before yesterday. What was Hajime doing here at the time in the first place? That's the question, isn't it? The entrance to the park is closed after hours, but it's a small gate that'd be fairly easy for him to get through if he really wanted to. That would of course be breaking and entering, but what do you think, boss? I doubt he came here to hide something. Like, from the way Erio is talking about him, he seemed like a good guy, right? So maybe someone called him here. It's hard to imagine a cop like Hajime would trespass for no reason, yeah. And since it's like someone else was here with him, could they have called him here? Oh, that does seem likely. They must have been talking about something pretty sensitive to come here in the middle of the night. So Hajime met someone here to discuss something in secret. And they got into a fight. No, that wouldn't match the cause of death. There were no wounds on the body that would indicate a spontaneous scuffle. The perp must have planned something. And do you think it was meditated? That would mean they called Hajime to the park with the intent to kill him. Well, there is still the possibility that it was just some kind of accident. Maybe the perp tried to threaten Hajime and things went south from there. We should be able to get a clearer picture once we know exactly what killed him, right? Tsutsumi. But either way. Okay. Let's just skip this. Yeah, he's just talking about Tsutsumi anyways. Don't tell me you're going senile. What the hell is wrong with you? Prying into my personal life all of a sudden. Are you single? That's none of your business. How should I know? I caved to the pressure myself and got married 20 some years ago. So then... God, you're relentless. She took her daughter and left 4 years ago. That's kind of sad. Thanks for reminding me. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe she'd give up a guy like you. I was never home much. Too focused on work. I'd come home late only to get called right back out again. Plus, being a cop is dangerous work. Especially when you're out putting your life on the line. Oh, is that why you transferred out the first? It was already too late by then. You better be careful, Erio. You say that, but there's not much I can do, is there? That's the nature of our job. There aren't many who can really understand it unless they're involved with police work themselves or related to someone who is. But wait, you have a daughter, boss? Shit. You really think I want to talk about her after all that? Have some sense. Come on, I promise I don't mean this the way it sounds, but how old is she? You don't know when to quit, do you? At least try not to look so intrigued. She's a bit rough around the edges. I think most men are intimidated by her. Last I heard, she's living by herself and going to college. A college student? Men love an educated lady. Stop that. What kind of cop are you making baseless assumptions like that? She's living on her own though. You must worry about her. Worry? I don't even know where she lives. Oh, she hasn't told you? Probably because she knows you'd follow her around everywhere. I would not. I don't think. Come on now. We both know that's not true. Listen here. You may look like a mean old man, but you sure have a soft side. Is that supposed to be a compliment? I can't keep up with you. We're done talking about this. There's a lot. Oh my god, how long is this conversation between them? If you got married 20 years ago, it must have been right around the Nejima murder. Okay, the Nejima murder. You know your history. It happened a year or two after our wedding. You were the one who arrested the killer, weren't you? We studied the case at the academy. I was only in elementary school at the time, but I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested. All that was just cracking the case, finding the guy. It was all just happenstance. What is a happenstance? I'd really rather not think about it. It was a disturbing case. Did it not make your skin crawl when you learned about it at the academy? It did. We were all terrified. Sounds about right. No one could believe that such a mild-mannered man could have committed such a terrible murder. If we had overlooked one little thing, we may never have caught him. I think I remember hearing there was only one charge brought against him in the end. That's right, we didn't have the evidence. I knew there was no way such a meticulously planned crime could have been there first, but we may have struck Fumichika Nejima in a cell, but it was no victory. He always had the upper hand. And all the damage he did to everyone involved, especially the victim's classmates. And it's already been 20 years. God damn it. This is why I don't try. I try not to think about it. I'm sorry. Occult stuff. Okay, the Rite of Resurrection. I've been hearing about that shit everywhere. Oh, have you? That's surprising. Who cares what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job. But don't you think the occult stuff with this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow? The whole thing started right here in Honjo, in Sumida City, so I thought that maybe cut it out. Nothing good can come of getting involved with the rite of whatever that record of fates. Sounds like you know all about it. Are you secretly into the occult? That's seriously, this isn't a joke. I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the Rite of Resurrection after a buddy of yours died, but bringing the dead back to life, that's stuff of fantasy, it's not real. So don't go hoping for miracles, got it? Well, boss, I think that about does it. Right, let's call it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Jesus Christ! What's wrong? Don't tell me you're going senile. He doesn't see it. It was the case all along. What is it? Is there something over there? Such a deep sorrow, a resentful memory. So he's the one, he's a curse bearer. Tsutsumi. Tsutsumi killed him. The Evergreen Beach. How can we kill someone with a cop though? Right? False statements. So if they lie, we can hang them. Okay. A murderous impulse seep into my soul like thick black tar. It's basically the same words they be saying in Haruwe as well, or in the beginning, right? That's what the words were. Can you hear it, Curse Bear? You who strongly desires the right. Kill them. What's the matter? Don't tell me you really went senile. Sorry, I'm fine. Erio? Yes? I have some bad news. Oh no, your senility is kicking in, isn't it? No, we've got a bit of trouble in our hands. Looks like we'll be working some overtime. We're not going home tonight. What are you talking about? Oh, it's over already? The hunt for the curse bearers. Okay. Okay, so let me get this straight, boss. The right of resurrection really exists. And to use it, you have to kill people using the power of the curses from the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. And the curse you have is from the story of the Evergreen Beach that's told in this area. Is that right? Yeah, pretty much. You're quick on the uptick. You weren't your usual silly self when you were explaining, so I knew we were telling the truth. I am never silly. The only thing I have trouble believing is that you're taking this occult stuff seriously now. I mean, talk about paranormal. I thought you didn't believe in any of that. It's not that I don't believe in it. My familiarity with it is why I tried not to get too close. Are you just being a sore loser? Not used to admitting you were wrong? Oh, shut up and listen to me. No point in trying to hide things anymore. We won't get anywhere if you don't understand this, so listen up. Please just listen. Okay, you don't have to keep saying it. I'm listening. We don't have time to waste. We'll talk as we walk. Okay, where are we heading? Ryogoku Bridge. Sorry, I just want to double check one thing. You're telling the truth, right? This isn't a side effect of your senility. It's the truth. Not like I can prove it though. Think. Revealing the existence of a secret department is against the rules, even to a fellow cop. Yeah, secret department. I'm sure you already noticed, but this is all top secret. No sharing it with anyone. Right, you can trust me to not to. But no, I just can't believe it. I heard rumors that he used to be a member of a secret division attached to the Security Bureau. I can't believe they actually have a department called Paranormal Affairs. Yeah, I'm sure it comes as a shock. I couldn't believe it myself. I thought the higher-ups were messing with me. It really had me worried for a while there. This is incredible. That's the whole reason I become a cop. I was always fascinated by secret agencies and stuff. You serious? But thinking about it, it totally makes sense. If curses and spirits really do exist, then of course we need a special department to protect citizens from them. You seem a bit too eager to believe all of this. And hang on, I thought you joined up because of me. Come on, boss, do you only have one favorite food? You can like more than one thing. Yeah, whatever. In any case, the official stance is that the supernatural doesn't exist, so Paranormal Affairs operates in secret. Still not sure why they stuck me there. Those 4 years, I worked nothing but cases involving the supernatural. Dude, that would be really cool though, and scary as well. Like you're working in paranormal stuff. But it's very terrifying though. Cool and terrifying at the same time, I mean. Mio Kuruzu. Kurusuzu. Okay. Mio Kurusuzu? No, it's a different Mio, right? Tetsuo Tsutsumi. Without paranormal abilities of their own, such as Tetsuo Tsutsumi. Kuiru Nagaoshi is the current chief of the Paranormal Affairs. Okay, we're gonna meet them later, for sure. More? Jun Erio, okay. The hell is this? Talk to him more? He's not stupid, but he can be slow sometimes. Though I think that positivity of his may come in handy at some point. So, do you know? Have it? So, do you have it? Have what? Spirit sense, of course, are what they call spiritually gifted? Nope, I've never felt anything at all. Even if I did, I'd be a lightweight at best. One beer and I'm down for the count. Oh, huh. Is that how people in the field quantify someone's spirit sense? Like how much liquor they can handle? Nope, it's just me. I thought it'll help get the point across. Sorry, it seems like I keep disappointing you. No, it's not your fault, boss. At the risk of disappointing you yet again, I'll tell you one more thing. Spirit sense is usually something you're born with. It's tough to develop it later on. So, there's no hope for me? No, say it isn't so. Of course you were interested. Well, you never know. You may have some hidden potential. I know there's a high schooler who got so much spirit sense that she works on the front lines. I say work, but she wasn't paid because it was supposedly part of her training. Yikes. That'd be like a violation in Article 69 of the Labor Standards Act. Wow, you really know the law. No comment. Even a cult field has workers, right? Okay, one more. Let's talk to him. So, what do we do now? We got this rite of resurrection and the curse of echoes of the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. The curse being spread out around the city is a bit of an emergency. Isn't that bad? I'll put it this way, it's like handing out guns all over town. Jeez, they're real bad. It is, so we need to find the source and put a stop to it before something terrible happens. Usually that'd be a job for paranormal affairs, but I talked to them on our way here. The main team is tied up until tomorrow night. So they told me to deal with it myself. Said it'd be fine since I have some experience. Then that overtime you mentioned was, or means, yep, you're gonna help me, partner. Alright, let's do this. You seem a bit too eager to dive into all of this. You really have no reservations or working a case you know nothing about? You said this was an emergency. I didn't think we had a choice. I'm just trying to be logical about this, boss. You really are something. It might actually be nice having you around. Why, thank you. So, what exactly do we do? If these curses are connected to the Seven Mysteries, then people who have the others should all be here in town. Right, if there's 7 of them, that means there are 6 more out there. And we have to stop them all before they kill anyone with their curses. If we can, we should find and collect all the curse stones. But boss, from what you said earlier, killing a curse bearer gets you closer to completing the rite of resurrection. Won't your life be in danger if they find out you're a curse bearer? Pretty much. And we can't let that happen. Should you even be out here right now? Hiding would only be a waste of time. The mystery of the one-sided reed is associated with Ryogoku Bridge. I was hoping we'd be quick enough to run into the one-sided reed's curse bearer. No such luck, it seems. Well, if anything else, maybe a word will spread that the cops are on the lookout and people will behave. That's putting a lot of trust in whoever these other people are. But it's possible that the other curse bearers with the same idea will come here. Talk to anyone you see who seems suspicious. That means someone who may have the power of a curse. Understood. In that case, that guy. Why don't I ask that guy who's been watching us the whole time? What do you know? There's someone there. Good luck. Okay, we got no choice. We gotta talk to him. Hey, you there. Sorry to bother you, but I've got some question. I'm with the police. Oh, isn't it this guy again from earlier? Thanks for your cooperation. I will be asking you a few things, mister. Yutaro Namigaki, that's your name, correct? Yes. I don't mind answering your questions. You're a detective. Did something happen? Is this the same guy, right? With the voice and stuff? Yeah, he might kill me, so just make sure. Lowered it again. Alright, lots of things have been happening around here. Like people dying. So, what is it you were doing here? It must have been the incident at the former Yasuda Gardens, the dead policeman. I can imagine a detective would come all the way out here otherwise. Hmm? Say, Mr. Detective, have you heard of the Evergreen Beach? The Seven Mysteries of Honjo? Okay, this one, answer my question first. How about you answer my question first? What were you doing here? I was answering your question. I came here to look for the Evergreen Beach from the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. Actually, I was wondering if either of you knew anything about it. I don't know. Nope, sorry. Really? How strange. Detectives, you have the curse stone of the Evergreen Beach, don't you? How did you know? Erio, you idiot. Well, that was much easier than expected. Oh crap, sorry. It was simple interference. I figured you would have taken the curse if you were just in the gardens. If you know that, then you must be a curse bearer yourself. I have no intention of hiding anything. I plan to tell you from the start. Look, this is my curse stone. I believe it's called the Foot Washing Mansion. That's right, but are you sure about this? I'm not so rash that I'd kill someone as soon as I found out they were curse bearers. Not without talking to them first. You're the same, aren't you, detective? You wouldn't use your curse on a normal person. Let's speak as equals, shall we? Can I use this now? No, later. Sure, we'd rather resolve this amicably too. I got to just talk to him, right? But before we talk, there's something I should tell you. This is my curse stone, the Evergreen Breach, just like you thought. What? Why would you tell him? As for how the curse works, are you having another senior moment if you tell him that? It hangs to death anyone who would try to mislead me. Also, he can't lie, so if you try to lie to me, the curse stone will let me know. I don't have to use it to tell, understand? Oh really? That's super useful. I see, understood. That's a pretty useful power for a detective. Now then, let's talk. It seems like I've lost the upper hand. How about I use my curse on him? What would happen, by the way? Right? Oh, let's try it. So far, so good. Oh, okay, he was not lying. No, I thought he would actually hang you instantly. There's someone I want to bring back, so I'd like your assistance in collecting soul dregs. Can't help you. Please, and all you have to do is tell me who the other curse bearers are. Sorry, but as a police officer, I can just look the other way and let you go. Please, if you help me, I'll let you two go as well. Is that a threat? No. It's your final warning. I mean, he's not lying though. My curse, the Foot Washing Mansion. Did you really think you could escape it just by being careful? It didn't matter to me which of you was the curse bearer. I'll be taking both of your soul dregs anyway. Wait, Namigaki. The Foot Washing Machine is a powerful curse and so simple to activate. It is ready whenever I need it. There's no escape from the voice of my feet. Get out of here. I'll find you later. What? Okay. I mean, we lowered the volume already, right? The voice. Too late. Hear the voice of my curse echo. The voice of his curse echo? It doesn't work again. What? Why isn't my curse echo working? This stupid guy, man. This has never happened. What's happening? I don't hear anything. Grab him. Right. Get down. Here, his curse stone. Good work. Give it to me. Why? What do you think, boss? Should we lock him up? I haven't even touched you. You can't consider that assault of a police officer. Let him go. All we need is a stone. How could this happen? My right of resurrection. Give it up. The right was too good to be true from the start. I don't know what happened to you, but you'd be better off mourning whoever you lost the right way. Now, get out of here. That was a close one, huh, boss? He'd probably be dead if he had activated his curse. Yeah, I'm not sure what, but something stopped his curse from... Are you okay? Does having another curse stone hurt? Yeah, the curse from this one is flowing into me. I saw what activates the curse of the foot washing mansion, and the resentful memories bound to it. I see. I always thought this was one of the stranger of the Seven Mysteries. Now I know why. This sure is something. What did you see? Let's save that for later. All you need to know for now is that it's particularly powerful. Curse. We're lucky we took it from him quickly. Okay. That was a lady? That was a lady? Okay. Well, that makes one stone. Where do we go now? We'll visit all the places associated with the mysteries while it's still dark out. You mean we have to do that all over again? I hope there aren't all as aggressive as him, but people will do crazy things to bring back someone they love. It seems that the hatred the cursed stones are imbued with makes people more willing to kill. Really? And then what about you, boss? I'm fine. I may not have any spirit sense, but I'm tough when it comes to this stuff. That's why they love me in the paranormal affairs. So you are spiritually gifted after all. Alright, let's head to the next place. Okay, next one. Oh, 3 for him. Only 2 for Haruwe, and it ended in suspension, right? Midoricho Park. Is this the teacher? The teacher from, what do you call this, from last time? Excuse me, sorry to bother you, but we have some questions for you. Oh yes, this was the teacher, right? The one that, Michael Jackson investigated. What, are you with the police? I haven't done anything. Don't worry, this isn't an interrogation or anything, we just want to talk. You're Hideki Araishi, right? The historian? Oh no, it's a different one. We know who you are, so this won't take long. But since we saw you here, we'd just like to ask you a couple of questions. Local history researcher Hideki Araishi. Maybe he's the one we killed, right? Yutaro. With Shogo, I mean, in the darkness, maybe it was him. Well, let's get it over with. I'm a busy man. What were you doing? Now, Mr. Araishi, what were you doing here at this time of night? Doing research, of course. Day or night, information never sleeps. That's an admirable philosophy. You know your research has been quite the talk around town. What was it they were saying? You discovered something about some book of... I mean, this one is the one we know, right? The Record of Fates. Alright, you found some kind of ritual in the Record of Fates. What? Don't tell me you want to know how to carry out the rites of resurrection too. To be perfectly honest, I'm tired of people asking me about it all the time. None of you even care about what the local history. You just come crawling out of the woodwork when something interesting comes up. Looks like I hit a nerve. If you think you can force me to tell you because you're a policeman, you're sorely mistaken. Okay, next. About his research, or all of it maybe? Was the research you were doing just now also related to the rite of resurrection? Well, yes, that's right. What exactly were you looking for? I have no reason to tell you that. You wouldn't understand anyway. Okay. Okay. Okay, about his research. Are you doing all this research so you can use the rite of resurrection yourself? You're a policeman. Do you really think people can be brought back to life? Everyone I meet, pitiful. So you don't believe it or believe in the right. Whether it's real or not has nothing to do with my research. Such things are better left to occult freaks. Or so I thought. Things change. It has become necessary for me to pursue the right. So now I pray that it is real. What changed? I'm sure you can imagine the funds for my research. I receive a large amount of funding for seeking the right of resurrection. And if I find it, I'll receive a sum so great that I'll never have to worry about money again. Then that means someone is sponsoring your research, is that right? So what if they are? You have no idea how hard we work to secure our funding for our research. I have no interest in teaching those children. Listen to me, I'll tell you one thing. Those experts you see writing provocative books or spouting nonsense on TV to try and get popular, all of them are just trying to get the money they need to do the research. With how popular the occult is, saying something even remotely spooky can lead to a big money. What? But I bought your book. The pursuit of the unknown begins first and foremost with belief. I was so inspired by that bit. I do appreciate your patronage. Unfortunately, however, the occult is not my true interest. The fate of the unknown is to be destroyed by thorough research and deep consideration. No way, I can't believe it. You're surprisingly innocent. Due to human bias, the account of any event is inevitably changed by the person communicating it. This is not necessarily done with ill intentions. It happens when someone tries to fill in the gaps in a story that lacks detail, or when something is left out or abridged because of the story's length, or when a story twists and shifts as it's prepared through oral tradition. Even when two stories are told about the same event, the differences in culture or environment affect how it's told, changing its content. Silly little things can turn into terribly mysterious legends. My research is the study of how history, culture, and legend all influence each other. I see. Take the Seven Mysteries of Honjo, for example. Why are some of the mysteries seemingly about nothing particularly interesting, Prue? You think stories wouldn't last a decade, let alone 100 years, so why? Perhaps putting it that way piques your interest? I admit I am curious. So that's what you have been researching all this time. It makes sense. As I said, it doesn't matter to me whether the right exists or not. If people in the Edo period believed that what was written in the Record of Fates was real, that's all I'm interested in. This Records of Fate, where did you get your hands on it? The storehouse of an old private residence in the city, just as the public was told. I'm unable to be more precise due to an agreement with my informant. But I have to be realistic. The research I'd like to do is unfortunately not very lucrative. That's why I need to take some risk. Well, in that case, I think I might have guessed as to what it is you were looking for. They're looking for the cursed stones or this one. Cursed bear, no, cursed stones probably. If you know about that, then calm down. No need to get so defensive. Yeah, let's show him one. We both want information, right? Why don't we have a nice friendly chat? A cursed stone. You are a cursed bear. A leaf. And this is the evergreen beach then. Yep. Will you show me yours? Does he have one? Oh, he has one. The ever-burning lantern. Also, it was with him. So this one was the one we killed. Yeah. With Shogo on second episode, I think. Second or first episode. Yeah. This was the guy. There was literally darkness, right? Reveal cursed details. Reveal it. I'll tell you this for free. The Evergreen Beach comes from a man who was hanged for spreading false rumors. But accusations against him were unfounded and he died cursing those who deceived him. Also, that is the resentful memory held within the Evergreen Beach. The memories of the Seven Mysteries truly are fascinating. If only I could collect them all. Do whatever you want, but you should know something. This stone of mine lets me curse anyone who tries to mislead me. What but? So don't try to lie to me and I'll know. You would curse at a citizen and you call yourself an officer of the law? It all depends on you. I don't want to use it if I don't have to. What is it that you want? The crystals are dangerous. I like to confiscate yours. Excuse me, but my right. First, let me ask you one thing. You haven't used that curse, have you? Use it. I see, good. Okay, he's not lying. Now, why don't you hand over that stone? Unless you'd rather try using it on me instead. I won't give it to you. If I were to say that, what would happen? Would it be a crime? The police are aware of how dangerous the stones are. I could arrest you under Article 1, Section 2 of the Minor Offenses Act. Or you hand it over and all you lose is your secret ability. Think of what would happen to all your research if you were arrested. Fine. You can have the stone here. Okay, we got then more of this. Good choice. I look forward to seeing how your research pans out. Alright, would you tell us everything you know about what's been going on? If you help us out, we'll give you all the information we've gotten after we solve the case. What do you say? In that case, will you tell me about all the resentful memories of the Seven Mysteries? I believe they are the key to the secret hidden in the Record of Fates. Sure, why not? I'll learn about them as I collect the curse stones. But thanks to you, we learned a lot from him. I wonder, the mysteries and rites are all public information. He kept everything he knows about the other curse bearers and the source of the curse here hidden. I was hoping it'd at least give us a clue about how to beat these curses. Oh, I see. Then we should be more aggressive next time. Really make them spit it out, and by we, I mean you. I'm guessing he wants to save this curse. He wouldn't have told us anything no matter what he asked. But now we know where he hangs out. We can always send someone for him if need be. Got it. I was so surprised to hear that there are actually 9 of the 7 mysteries though. Yeah, that's 2 extra curse bearers we have to find. We've confiscated 2, so there are 6 more they could be anywhere in this town. We have to find them fast or they may start using the curses. No, I think we're already too late. I didn't tell you this, but there were some soul dregs in Namigaki's curse stone. Really? Then he already killed someone with it. It's not much, so it probably wasn't a curse bearer shit. Well, we know who did it. We can make arrangements to take him into custody. We'll have Paranormal Affairs pick him up tomorrow. For now, we can continue our research. On to the next place. We just have to cross them off the list one by one. Oh, but boss, Good to know we can use the Minor Offense Act to arrest people with curse stones. But why didn't we do that with Namigaki? If we could do that, there'd be no need for the Paranormal Affairs. What grounds would a normal detective have to put him under arrest? Alright, yeah, I suppose that's true. Wait, we can activate this yet? No, we can't. So we're gonna have to go to Yako now. Okay. Okay, so we'll end our episode there. So it's pretty different with Tetsuo. Or with Tsutsumi. Yeah, he's collecting the stones, right? So what is up with Shogo then? No, what is Shogo's part here then? Like... Okay. When we line this up... Okay, when we line this up for the timeline, right? Like, Shogo hasn't killed the others one yet. And then we'll probably meet Tsutsumi later with him. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know, actually. So, yeah. We'll just meet with Yako Sakazaki in the next episode. She is the friend of Mio, right? The girl who AKA died. So let's see her backstory. We're gonna be starting her as well. Just like Haruo and Tsutsumi. Basically like an introduction as well. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye bye.